Rain tapped the windows of the Devon cottage like a whispered plea. Inside, the living room glowed with the amber light of a single lamp, catching dust motes above the hearth. Olivia stood still, 20 years old, still wearing her faded yellow frock, now smudged with mud and ash. Her hands hung at her sides. Her eyes were fixed on the floor. Scattered around her were the remains of the family album, torn pages, charred corners, faces half-burnt. Her father's smile at 50, her grandmother's hands holding tea, her mother's young face, smiling as she cradled a baby Olivia in a sunlit garden. One photo had caught fire fully, now a blackened curl, still warm. The lighter lay beside it. Her mother stood in the doorway. She wore her tweed cardigan, buttoned to the neck. In her hand, the last unburnt photograph. Her own mother, holding newborn Olivia, both asleep under lace curtains.
She didn't speak,
Didn't cry, didn't move.
she didn't need to.
The silence was heavy with everything unsaid. Earlier, Olivia had stormed out of Jamie's flat after he called her, clinging to ghosts. She hadn't argued. She just walked away, past the framed photos of their holidays, past the playlist of songs he said were too sad. Back home, she'd pulled the wooden memory box from beneath her bed, the one her mother kept locked, the one filled with ticket stubs, pressed flowers, letters in looping cursive, and photos of a life Olivia had learned to ignore. She'd flipped through them, each image a quiet rebuke.
You used to laugh like that.
You used to love this. You used to be happy. She'd dragged the album to the fireplace, lit the first page. The flame took fast. She watched it curl. And then the door opened. Her mother walked in. She knelt, picked up the photo of her own mother holding baby. She traced the edge with her thumb. Then she looked up. You didn't burn paper, she said, voice low as the rain. You burned the people who loved you. She stood, walked to the hall. Olivia heard the soft click of the hook, then the slow, deliberate pull. The wooden paddle came into view, worn smooth by time, stained with beeswax, kept behind the door since she was 7. Never used since. Her mother walked back, held it out.
Seat.
Olivia didn't move. Her mother didn't raise her voice. She took her wrist, firm, not cruel, and guided her to the armchair. Pulled her across her lap. The yellow frock bunched at her hips. The paddle fell.
Thwack.
Olivia gasped.
Thwack.
A whimper. Thwack. Her fingers dug into the chair. Her mother counted, voice steady as the rain. 1 for the birthday candles you refused to blow.
Thwack.
2 for the lullabies you called baby nonsense. Thwack. 3 for the hands that held you when you couldn't walk.
Thwack.
4 for the letters you never answered.
Thwack.
5 for the silence you chose instead of love. Olivia sobbed. I didn't mean to, thwack. 6 for the photos you pretended didn't matter.
Thwack.
7 for the memories you tried to erase.
Thwack.
8 for the girl you used to be.
Thwack.
9 for the love you thought you were too old for.
Thwack.
10 for the love you tried to burn instead of feel. The paddle stopped. Silence. Only the rain remained. Olivia didn't move for minutes. Her mother sat beside her. Not close. Not touching. Just there. You didn't destroy them, she said at last. You just stopped listening. Olivia crawled to the floor. She picked up a charred corner. Her father, holding her on his shoulders at the seaside, both of them laughing, the sun behind them. She pressed it to her lips. I'm sorry, she whispered. Not to her mother. To the girl in the photo. To the hands that held her. To the voice that sang her to sleep.
I'm
so sorry. Her mother didn't answer. She walked to the kitchen, returned with a box, acid-free paper, tweezers, glue. Placed it beside Olivia. Then left. Dawn came pale and quiet. Olivia sat at the kitchen table, wrapped in her mother's cardigan, the one with frayed cuffs and the scent of lavender. Beneath it, the yellow frock, still damp, still hers. Before her, the album lay open. One photo repaired. The edges trimmed. The tear glued. Her father's smile, whole again. She picked up the next fragment. A corner of her grandmother's face. Her hands, small, trembling, lifted the tweezers.
She didn't speak. She didn't need to.
Outside, the garden glistened. The roses bowed under morning dew. One lone yellow bloom, the last of the season, leaned into the light. Olivia pressed the fragment to the paper. A tear fell. She didn't wipe it away. She simply leaned forward and began again. The kettle whistled. Her mother appeared in the doorway. 2 cups. She placed one beside Olivia. No words, just the quiet clink of porcelain. Olivia didn't look up, but her hand, just for a moment, reached out and brushed her mother's. Just once. Then she returned to the work. The sun climbed higher. The rain had stopped. And somewhere, deep in the quiet of the house, a memory, small, fragile, but alive, began to breathe again.